Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Jared Goff. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Broncos and the Chargers on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Not the best of starts here offensively. You're back home. You lost a couple games in a row, and here's an early 3 and out to start things off.
And I think they were counting on being at home and having the home crowd carry them along a little bit to help things get better. But the bottom line is you don't get the crowd involved until you play better. They've got to create some first downs, some big plays, things of that nature to make sure that the crowd is right there with them.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 24 carries, 107 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Defensively, Ogbanya Okoronkwo made the stop. The Broncos at 11-3 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now gone. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. To throw is Goff. Little short pass here to Hill. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground, Achane. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Goff now looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Goff now looks to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Denver.
Up the middle, Achane. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. The Broncos on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Taysom Hill, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. That's caught. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here's McCarthy. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
On play action, McCarthy. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo sack. Sanders' kick is good. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Sheds off the tackle. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throw caught by Achane. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. On 4th down, Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Goff throwing again. And that is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This 2nd and 4. Now it's Goff. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing again is Goff. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Chargers offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And here we are in the month of December with his name sitting atop the leaders in rushing yards as the season nears its end. Strong finish here in the final stretch of games could earn him the crown. To the air with McCarthy. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Looking to throw McCarthy. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Throwing is McCarthy. This one completes Alec Pierce.
And he goes out right around the 39.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now McCarthy. A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
10 more yards. That's another Chargers first down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Nico Collins, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Matthew Stafford, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way. These two teams running through their final adjustments before they head back out of the tunnel. And for the call of the second half, let's go back to SoFi Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A little juke. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Again, it's Achane.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down and 8.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick, and force a quick surrender out of bounds.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead to 11-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Back to throw now on first down. Incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he shreds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, now McCarthy.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
McCarthy off the play fake. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
2nd and 7. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a too short here with third down coming up.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. They'll give this to Achane.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
This is Ford.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. They run with Ford. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Achane.
And he's got this one down to the 10.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Achane.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And they will take a knee here.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And they take a knee.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey.
This to perhaps salt this one away.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left.
Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Denver, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year.